Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. We're doing a surprise Sunday fight reaction show. Hey, BOXIANA girl, how you doing?
You know, look, it's past my bedtime on a Sunday, but we
Listen,
here trying.
we are here and we came back today because this was a really good fight card, y'all, and we could not wait the whole week and not get at y'all about what we just saw tonight. We're not gonna hold y'all long. We know everybody and their mama doing a reaction show, so we doing one too. But we really have to get into this fight card. Now, every time PBC does a fight card that I don't necessarily think is worth the money, and it's stacked with Hispanics, it always turn out to be a damn good fight card. Is that just me, or are y'all noticing
Nah,
that too?
friend, they be putting them bitches together. You hear me? And they be lit. Lit.
Listen, I was like, okay, PBC, we ain't get all the news we was expecting, but the fight card was lit. Fight card was lit. We ain't even talk about it. We ain't even talk about it. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. If you're coming, come on, because we ain't gonna hold you long. What's up, Southpaw Boxing 77? Zacchaeus. Hey, Zach B. Pablo Escobar. How you doing? Black Attack, Gun-Toting Democrat. How you doing? Brian Jones. Blessed to Fish. Miami Snoopy 305. Harvey Johnson in the house. Eric Bowden. Let's see, who else do we have? Let's see. Woke the Truth, Jay Grant Jr., Frank from the Land, how are you? King Larry, 5, TZ Frank, Macados Mac of the South, how are you? PGH Big Dog, how you doing? Anthony Bolton, hey, y'all, come on in the room. I see y'all trickling on in. Come on in. On the mic with Terrence Bailey Sr., how are you? So look, we're going to get right into it. Because the first time, I see they got Deontay Wilder in the ring. What you talking about, Deontay? Okay, we'll get to it. So listen, y'all, the first fight on the main card was a doozy. Okay, I was not expecting the fireworks that I got. I wasn't expecting them from the person who gave us them. Friend, did you see? Did you see?
Did I salt?
Rayo?
Did I salt, friend? Baby, I couldn't believe my eyes. My eyes, I was looking at this shit through Abner Mares' eyes.
You hush, VJ. You hush. You hush your mouth.
He pissed me off. You know, it's y'all 2-0 tonight. Y'all went 2-0 tonight. 0-2. I'm sorry, y'all went 0-2 tonight. We did. Friend. OMG.
What happened? What did
I
you
don't
see?
know, but
What
the
happened?
the light-skinned Mario was letting his ass have. Didn't that man look like a light-skinned Mario?
He
He
did.
wanted to say Mario. He did like he wanted to when he was done.
Mario beat him up like Mario beat up Omarion, honey, cause
Friend. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, no.
from the opening bell, when he threw out that stiff, strong ass jab, I said, "Oh, okay."
And Rayo was walking right into it. He didn't have nothing for it. He didn't get to pinch that bitch. He didn't have a mark on him. Not a scratch.
Friend, Rayo got beat up. And when I say beat up, I mean beat the hell up. He got beat up bad. Like his eyes was red, like he had been crying in the ring, but that's just because them punches were stinging so bad. He got beat up, y'all.
Friend.
Real bad.
Not only did he get beat up, he got knocked down, not once, twice. Then they, like we said a thing. Him and Frank Martin, we wanted to see. I ain't gotta finish my sentence. Frank Martin? I can't imagine how that shit. I would have been devastated.
And this was a replacement. This
last
was a
minute. You know, these last minute replacements have been on their A game.
They have been. When I say don't get stay ready so you don't have to get ready, his picture should be next to the statement. It was tragic almost looking, because you know how some fighters can get hurt and recover. He wasn't okay from the very first time he got hurt. He was never okay after that. And he couldn't get his footing together. It just looked like he was completely unmatched. He was slow and he couldn't get his head off the line. And he just was in there looking really, really bad. He just looked bad. And I remember watching Friday's show on Trio. He didn't call it, but he said this was going to be a very big test for Rayo. And he said that he's very interested in this fight to see if he was going to be able to handle this dude, because if he was, then that was going to speak volumes about Rayo. Well, he wasn't quite ready.
I don't even know if he was prepared for this guy.
He wasn't.
He don't look like he was prepared at all.
At all. Not even a little bit.
And they didn't have nothing to change the game plan on. Wasn't nothing to change to. He told him at one point in time to fight off the back foot, and he ain't heard none of that shit. He was like, fuck it.
He wasn't okay after that first punch that he got hurt with. He was never okay after that. He was never able to recover. It was sad to watch. And you know how I am about an early stoppage. I don't particularly like them, but I was so happy that referee stopped that fight, because that young man, he's young, I still don't know if he's going to be able to recover. I was looking on the Twitter line and people were like, yeah, he's young. He'll be able to bounce back. I don't know.
It's not the fact that he's hurt and he can't bounce back. He can't bounce back because that mental, nigga, I got my ass beat. And not only did I get my ass beat, it's recorded. So people can go back and watch it.
Over and over and over and over. That last punch hit so clean, it sounded so crisp on my television. When the ref was like, no, sir.
That shit sounded like gunfire. He's a fire.
It did. And that's exactly what it sounded like. It did. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in. What's up, phenomenal Mexican? He says, I thought Lizzo caught vitiligo, but it was Andy Ruiz. Phenomenal Mexican, you coming in throwing punches like that tonight? That's how you coming this evening on this big Sunday evening? That's how you gonna do it? Okay. Anthony Overton, thank you for coming through. He says Ortiz fought. Wait a minute. Ortiz forgot to use his jab. He was just throwing that, pawing it out there. We're going to get to Ortiz because we got two more other fights to talk about before him. So, I mean, my heart goes out to Rayo. I hope he can recover from this. But congratulations to Mr. Dolo Santos, who put himself right in the mix. Okay. He put himself firmly in the mix. 135 is so stacked. It is so many decent to good to top tier fighters, and it's a very small margin from good to top tier is what I'll say right now. The margin is not extremely wide. So we go to the next fight of the night, and we get to see the return of Abner Mares. So Abner's been out of the ring for like 4 years now, guys. He had a retina tear that he got repaired. At one time, they were saying he would never be able to fight again, but apparently after 4 years, things are looking up, and he gets back in the ring. Friend, how do you think Abner looked in there at 135? Because Abner is a small guy. He fought, and he was a champion at what, 122, 126? Okay. How did you feel about Abner tonight?
Well, first off, he came out there in his BDSM mask around his face. I don't know what kind of sexy boxer man he was on. I didn't like it. I didn't like that. It was giving another boxer, but at a small weight. You're trying to be like somebody else. Take that shit off your goddamn face with this BDSM mask on. Who you finna whoop?
Nobody.
Nobody. Not a damn body. I was so scared for the glass eye, for one. But Abner is quick. He still got a little snap to his snap. So I'm like, okay, I want to see him fight somebody else. But it's not Tank. But are we going to talk about him? Or are we going to get to him?
Oh, we're going to get to him when we get to Pitbull. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tank and him should be in the ring together, but Abner, he moves very, very well. I like the way he looked. He looked good. He was fighting somebody's kid, like old enough to be his son, which I thought was messed up. But give him this man with this little bitty record, somebody he can beat up on. But they did it. He had a good fight. Old boy was doing his thing.
Well, Abner did well early. Abner did well very early in the fight. In the second round, he was able to hurt Mr. What is his name? Ramirez. He was able to no, not Ramirez. He fought Flores. And I believe the fight ended in a draw. Abner looked good early, but I do not believe 135 pounds is the division for him. I think that's a little bit too big for Abner Mares. He is a small gentleman, and I don't think he should go anywhere past 130 pounds. That man that he fought today wasn't a slouch. You know, in my opinion, I think he could have probably taken a fighter that wasn't as dangerous. And I don't want to say this man was dangerous, but for him to be coming off a 4-year layoff, I think he could have found an easier opponent. But kudos to him for trying to push himself, and he did. But I just think 135 is too heavy for him. I mean, he's not big enough for 135. No, not at all. I think he was. I think it was I don't want to say a gift, because he did do good work early in the fight, but
it was a gift.
It was a gift draw. It was a gift draw. It was a gift draw. We have who we got back in here. Sparkle Marshall, how you doing? He says, my sweet combination. I need Ghost and Pitbull next. Listen. Ooh. Wouldn't that be a doozy? Mm-hmm. Phenomenal Mexican, he's back, and he says, you think Floyd puts his special ed kid in with Cruz again? Listen, we're gonna get to it, and I got a theory about it. Me too. Yep, we got theories. Hey, Acondo, how you doing? He says, my two beautiful queens, Nik J and BOXIANA. Ortiz, not the same. He needs to retire. He had a great career, and I agree. We'll talk about Ortiz and those knees in just a little bit, okay? But yeah, I don't think Abner needs to fight at 135 anymore. I think he needs to get back down. I can see why he came in at 135, since he's been off for so long, gradually get down to his real fighting weight if he's going to continue to fight. But also, Abner is like 36 years old. So really, what are we doing here? Not quite sure exactly what we're doing here, but we shall see. The theory before the fight was somebody had said that if Abner wins this fight, they think Abner's fighting Tank. Well, after that performance, I say hell no. So let's go to the next fight of the evening, okay? Because we ain't going to hold y'all long. And the next fight of the evening was Pitbull, Isaac Pitbull Cruz fighting one Mr. Ramirez, okay? So Isaac has been talking cash money shit here lately. His translator has been translating for him. And yeah, and Isaac Cruz has been running around telling folks they ain't done enough to go on a fight with him, as if he has done so very much after losing to Tank Davis. But okay, whatever. His fans are behind him. The stadium went wild for him. He was in Los Angeles, so, you know, there's a lot of Hispanics there, and they just love him to death. Okay. Well, after all the good shit talking he was doing earlier this week, I said he better be real impressive. He better be, extremely impressive, because winning against knocking out old man Gamboa, you know, who is the slut of the division, just, you know, does not move me. Well, tonight, friend, he beat up on Ramirez pretty bad. Did you see it, friend? Did you get to see that? Yeah, my friend, she kind of be dozing off on the fight.
Kinda. I will go to sleep. If I'm anywhere in the vicinity of my dark skin, I'm going to bed. Ain't no ifs, ands about it. I'm going to sleep. It don't matter. Anything past 8:30 on the weekends, you got me. Okay, 8:30 is my sleeping time. I'm old, but no, friend. He bounced that boy around the ring like a goddamn basketball. I was like, why? And wait a minute. My thing is that stood out to me the most. Did you see that motherfucker's neck? Friend.
It's like his head is here and then his neck went like that. It came
He
out.
got them babies that be born where their neck and shoulders is conjoined. That's what his shit is starting to look like. You remember that man that was robbing all of that black man that was robbing people? His neck and his head was connected to his shoulders. That's what he's starting to get. Friend, he can take all the punches in the world. I keep telling y'all, strong neck and strong knees is gonna get you a fucking punch.
You say it all the time, and it is very true. It's very, very true.
That motherfucker, if him and Tank fight, I'm looking at it different again this time because that bitch neck just continue to keep growing. Okay.
Listen, my theory has been, because he's been calling for it. My theory is that we don't know who Tank is fighting next. I don't think that Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight is ever happening, and he doesn't have an opponent. Tank is finna rematch Esau Cruz, friend. I believe he's gonna, and like you said, are we gonna talk about it? Silver Tooth Tank was in the audience rocking his silver tooth braids. He's rocking braids now. And we're gonna quit calling him silver teeth because I talk about Tank a lot, but he has beautiful teeth. Love that. He has beautiful teeth.
Silver though. They might be good now, but when he was little, them bitches was silver and rotten. And he smelled like sugar and piss regularly. Now he fine. He grown up. He got a little money than did. But when he was little, sugary piss and rotten teeth.
Well, they look nice now. And he was showing all 32 of them when they put his face on the big screen. Yes. And he blatantly said, hell no, basically. He's not fighting Pitbull Cruz again. But my question is, why were you at his fight? What was you there for? Why are you here, Ike? If you're not fighting.
You rarely see Gervonta at any of the fights. Gervonta don't go to the fight.
He does not. He does not. So what are you doing here?
Far away from your home. You all the way in Cali at this fight, Gervonta.
With your fresh braids.
With your braid, you got braided out there in California. You didn't leave. You didn't do that.
You did. Mm-hmm.
And if he read that him, oh, go ahead, read that.
What's up, Mr. Munn? Mr. Munn says, salute, Queens. Hey, Mr. Munn. He says, Ortiz has officially been aged out. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Poor thing. We're going to get to him. But yeah, so what's your theory on Tank, friend?
I don't know. I'm reading the comments. Everybody talking about he was there to see Abner. The Abner is the, what do they call it? The decoy. Because when they announced that Pitbull, because that was a close fight to folks. Folks wanted to see that fight again because Tank was hurt. Y'all didn't let that nigga neck get thick. Hopefully, Tank don't break his hand again on that boy's face, because ain't that what happened last time? He broke his hand on that boy's.
That's what the word was. He broke. Well, this was very interesting to me. Supposedly, he broke his hand, but then we never heard anything else about like maybe having a surgery, anything being repaired. Just, all of a sudden he was ready to fight Rolly, like 3-4 months later. And we didn't hear about a hand injury anymore. So were you really hurt? Was your hand really hurt?
That motherfucking thick ass Mexican snicker neck was making him go through some shit with his hands. And his hands soft anyway. This is the second hand injury Tank done had.
Well, VJ Harris, you're not gonna let it rest, are you? You just, put some respect on Tank's name.
No,
okay.
no, we're not. No,
Okay.
not him. His little dookie fucking braids.
Okay.
Not one of the two.
Okay. Listen, we do not disrespect Tank over here. We just call it like we see it. Tank is a great fighter. Really good fight. Elite fighter. Attraction. He's not a champion though. So it's only so much respect I can give.
You remember we had the conversation about Tank leaving Floyd and what Tank's Here's the thing. Here's my theory. Tank ain't never leaving Floyd. And you want to know why? He using AB as an example for Tank. If you leave me, you gonna end up like AB.
Friend.
I think Tank want to fight AB. But Floyd is trying to spite AB and hold him out of money. Mm-hmm.
Is that your theory, friend?
That's my theory.
You think Floyd? I don't think Floyd gonna fight AB.
I don't think Floyd gonna fight AB. I think he's gonna use Tank to fight AB eventually. Remember, I told you them two were going to fight.
You keep saying that.
They gonna fight.
You keep saying that. You keep saying that. You keep saying that. And just another side note, while real boxing is taking place, Floyd is about to fight his third exhibitions this year.
I don't know. He gonna walk up on a kerfuffle. He keep fucking around with these exhibitions.
He gonna mess around and walk up on a kerfuffle. And it's gonna be something he wasn't looking for. You play too much. You keep playing with these people. You play too much. At some point, what people say, you gonna pick a pepper at some point.
And that little Japanese man that he finna get ready to fuck with, you can't go off the eye test on everybody. But he looked like he not there to play with Floyd. I think people be going in there with intentions to actually beat up on Floyd.
They do. In their mind, they really do. They try their very BESS. They really do. Now, I'm just saying, you keep playing with these people. The only thing I will say is Floyd don't be playing either, though. Like, he's coming in the best shape he can come in, but baby, by the time is no joke. And them reflexes ain't gonna reflex like they used to at one of these points. And it can all go wrong very quickly. Very, very quickly. Which leads me to tonight's main event. Friend, first of all, before we get to tonight's main event, what do you think happens with Pitbull Cruz? Since he called out, he wants to fight Tank because, like I said, we don't hate on Tank over here. Tank is the money man in the division, so I would be calling his name too. But since Tank is vehemently against giving him a rematch, so he says, Pitbull Cruz called out Devin Haney, which he should. Devin is the champ, champ, if you want to include the email on there. Who do you think Pitbull Cruz fights next?
Tank. And if it's not Tank, it's going to be somebody in the division with a name because they want them to have a fight. Why not Esau Cruz?
But
maybe he'll continue to keep fighting these no-names. I don't know who he could fight other than Tank. Ryan Garcia was calling him out at one point in time. He don't want none of that Mexican neck. That's what I'm going to start calling him, the Mexican neck. He don't want none of that Mexican neck.
Well, he's over at the PPC. And up until tonight, after Rayo got the dog shit beat out of him, that would have been a good fight because, that would have been a really good Mexican matchup. But yeah, that's not happening.
That damn Pitbull Cruz is a dog for real. Do you see him the way he move around the ring? He really a pit bull with no chain.
I see the way he moves around the ring, and then I see his eyes. He has crazy eyes. He has crazy. Y'all know I look at boxers and I look them in their face, and I really concentrate on their eye. He has wild eyes. He is indeed a pit bull with no leash. Yeah, a badass one. Mm-hmm.
He need a choker collar. Like, you really have to keep him on like this when you have him out. I don't know. When he get in that ring, he different.
Somebody said Pitbull can fight Rolly.
No. He beats the absolute dog shit.
I would love to see it.
You know what? No. I want to see Rolly against somebody that can talk as much shit as he talk.
See, I want somebody to be able to knock the shit talking out of his mouth. Like
he already
Pitbull Cruz.
did. Tank already knocked the shit talk out of him.
Yeah, but I want him to get it knocked out again because he didn't started back. So but somebody else needs to
do it like he was. You see, Rolly been real quiet lately.
Not really. That fool been talking about he gonna beat up Errol Spence Jr. You know he back on his dumb shit.
That's cocaine. We not gonna act like he been back because ain't no way. I don't want to hear you. I'm 135, 40 pounds. It's nothing for me to fight at 147. Okay. Get up there and fight Josh Taylor at 147. Somebody like that before you try to get with the arrows. And
he just talking to be talking. But that's what I'm saying. Get yourself in the ring with somebody. You was in there with Tank. So, you can't get no better than that unless you're fighting Devin. So, y'all both, you both on the same side of the street. I would love to see Pitbull Cruz fight Rolly Ramiro, or it's two fighters that I need to see in bigger fights. And when I say bigger fights, I need them to have fights with people with bigger names at this point, because that will put them on a bigger stage. And that is Frank Martin and Little Ali, Michelle Rivera. I want to see them both in something big. And I believe Michelle Rivera may get that call from Tank, because Tank ain't fighting nobody. Tank ain't finna fight nobody that's a threat.
And I'm sorry. I know how everybody feels about Ali's grandson. I just don't see him in no fights.
Really?
No, I don't see him in any fights. Nobody want to fight him. Who calling him out? Really?
Nobody.
Honestly.
Nobody.
Don't want to fight him.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think they will let him fight Tank, because I don't think they're really thinking that's gonna be a tough matchup. But I like Lil Ali. I like him. I want to see him. Tank. I want to see more of him.
Well, Tank ain't the fucking fighter for him to see what you want to see against. Tank versus him is a really, really goddamn bad thing. Tank gonna knock his fucking head off and kick it out the damn ring. I'm not going to take away from Tank. He be knocking folks' heads off. The only person head he knock off was Pitbull Cruz. I want to see that shit again. Give me Tank versus the Mexican Neck, because I want to see what you do with two hands. Because you couldn't put him out with one hand, and you got power with both hands.
That hand gonna miraculously be injured again, girl. It's gonna be miraculously injured again. That's what that hand is gonna be. He already done told the people he ain't fighting him no more, but I think he is though. I think that's the next fight. I think folks are calling for it. Pitbull Cruz is calling for it. They're on the same under the same promotional umbrella and whatnot. So I don't see Tank fighting anybody in the elite status of 135 pounds anytime soon. I'll say that. Okay, so y'all, we gonna get to the granddaddy of the fights tonight. And when I say granddaddy, pun intended, because J. Good Rivera, because we had old man Luis Ortiz versus big man Andy Ruiz. I had said that if Ortiz's knees could hold up, I was picking him in the fight. And lo and behold, them knees couldn't hold up. Them knees, that man is old. That man is old. Them knees buckled. I was surprised that he was able to get up and continue on, but he did. He gives a valiant effort. He has the heart of a lion, but he has the knees of a baby giraffe. And Fat Daddy was very fast, but Andy Ruiz didn't look phenomenal to me either. Did you see the fight, friend? What did you think about that?
It's time for Big Ortiz to take his role in the halls of one of these schools. You know what?
Yes, Pow Pow versus Teletubby. That's exactly right. Exactly.
It's crazy to have saw how Andy was putting it on him and couldn't get him out of there. Mm-hmm. Big Ortiz is like literally Frankenstein. Every time he knock him down, he get back up and back into the fight. That's why I said he would be good at them school with them badass kids. He ain't never gonna get tired.
Officer Ruiz.
Officer
Ortiz, I'm sorry.
Officer Ortiz, either or. Kids at that school though. He'd be a goddamn maintenance man and want to be out there fixing all the shit. Him. That's what it, cause he got crack. All you gonna see is crack every day. Them kids gonna be like, "Oh, Mr. Ruiz, I see your booty." Them kids bad. He couldn't go to the school. That's what them kids would be on. But Big Ortiz, it's crazy how I watched him do this shit for 12 fucking rounds. Andy was hurting him. Andy was hitting him with some punches. It wasn't his knees. It was that shit Andy was throwing on him. That he was hitting him in the punch that can't nobody take. Right here. Every time he hit him with that punch, it just fucked him up. But he couldn't get him out of there.
No.
That's the only reason Big Ortiz keeps continuing to fight, because ain't nobody having to get there where they got to do him like this to get him up. Yeah. If he get in a situation where he's like that, he probably will hang it up. But in his mind, these people, they beating me, but they not beating the hell out of me.
Right.
I'm still good enough for a check.
And it really, that's what it is. But see, I don't like that, because like right now, after that fight, he looks so vulnerable. And I'm going to be mad as hell if he turned into Gamboa, the heavyweight Gamboa, because they had opportunity to fight this man when he was, I won't even say in his prime, but when he was better than this. And nobody wanted to fight him. I just hated to see him look. He looked like an old man. He looked like an old man in there tonight. And I hope he got paid well for this pay-per-view, because I hope his people tell him it's time to hang him up. It's time.
Overall, like, you can't take, in the heavyweight division, you can't take the war out of Ortiz. Like, he gonna show you I'm a warrior. You gonna have to get in there and actually put me on my fucking back for me to lay off your ass. And he was beat the beat.
He was
beat the beat real good. All that shit was swole.
Early too. Early.
And Andy had knocked it down, which was crazy. He was never not in that fight.
No.
It was a whole lot closer than what it should have been.
It was. With 3 knockdowns. Andy did not look good to me. Larry B, thank you so much for coming in. He says, finally got a chance to tune in. East Coast time be kicking my butt. Salute, Queens. Thank you. It's kicking everybody, but tonight it's late, honey. We ain't gonna be on here long. But we had to come check in, okay?
You know what? I'm talking about Big Ortiz, but the Tank fans have invaded the comments, and I'm looking at y'all. Listen, y'all. Fine. Cool.
What are they saying? I haven't been reading. What are they saying?
Yeah, they just talking about what Tank will do. What Tank couldn't do was do what he needed to do. So Tank got power in both hands, right? Tank just not know what out, right? So when he broke one hand, he still had power in the other. He did good against Pitbull with one hand. I want to see what he can do with two hands, okay? Because with one hand, with power in both hands, if I hit you with this hand, I'm going to knock you out. If I hit you with this hand, I'm going to put you in the hospital. So if the put you in the hospital hand was broken, I could just knock you out with this hand. The math ain't mathing. So before we get in here and start saying, okay, yeah, I want to see it. I want to make sure Tank can put Pitbull Cruz, the Mexican neck, out of his fucking misery. Because in my mind, that neck is going to keep his head up. Tank going to have to hit that motherfucker from the bottom of the ring. He going to have to Goku his ass, come straight up with a punch to knock that neck out.
Phenomenal Mexican is back, and he says Reynoso is trash. He looked worse with Eddie. Friend, I don't believe that with two good hands, Tank knocks Pitbull Cruz out. I think he still wins, but I just don't see nobody knocking Pitbull Cruz out. I don't see that. I don't see that. Even with one hand, Tank was tagging him good. He's just not, you don't have. I just don't see him getting knocked out. I just don't. Out? No. He may get a knockdown, but I don't see him knocking him out. I just don't see.
That neck is too strong. He got two of our necks on one fucking body. He got a body made. I told y'all that about Katie Taylor. Y'all didn't believe me. I said Taylor's neck was going to be the thing that kept her in the fight. Amanda Serrano was out there throwing haymakers on this motherfucker, and that neck, she was wobbled. She was stunned. She was damn near gone. That neck was like, nah, bitch, let me show you how thick we are.
Right.
And the motherfucking thick neck activated, and it was a fight. That neck is going to change the game.
And not only a fight, she ended up winning it.
Did?
Yeah. She ended up winning. So, BJ Harris is back. Thank you, BJ, for coming back. BJ says Tank ain't found nobody. That's what I always say. But he beat Cruz. Cruz is a good fight. Now it's a big fight. Y'all sound wishy-washy. First of all, BJ, ain't nobody wishy-washy. I think Tank's a good fighter. I don't particularly care to see him and Isaac Cruz again. I want to see Tank show me that he's the best fighter in the world. And the only way that he can do that is to fight the best fighter in the world.
The troll is about to start trolling, friend.
Okay.
He is into
Yeah.
troll into the Netherlands, okay?
Yeah.
Let the troll. Because at this point, the thick neck gonna activate. So that's all I'm gonna say. I was wrong with Rolly, and I'm not rarely wrong. I thought Rolly's no chin would keep him up.
He ain't got the what did you call it? Neck to chin ratio. But the little neck that he does have is little. It ain't Pitbull Cruz thick neck. Yeah, it ain't that. It ain't that.
But I'm tired of it. Like if Tank fight Abner Mares, y'all don't worry about me ever talking about Tank again.
If Tank fights Abner Mares, or if Tank fights, if he's fighting Isaac Cruz again, I'm telling you right now, I'm over it. I'm completely over it.
I want to see the Mexican neck activate. I want to see him fight Pitbull Cruz again. I don't mind that fight. But if he fight Abner Mares, do not worry about me talking about Tank anymore. Because
he better not.
No, if fight Ryan next, you and Ryan cropping pictures of each other and posting on y'all social media and shit. Did you see?
What's this with him supposedly pulling up on Ryan at the club? I just briefly saw that in passing. What was that all about?
Some bullshit.
Okay.
They not finna fight each other.
Phenomenal Mexican is back, hey, and he says in my BFF voice, these motherfuckers got on tank ponds. Wow. Well,
now see, if we said that, we be called kind of ugly bitches in the comments. Well,
Yeah,
but we gonna y'all say it.
I'm
You
just reading
said
the
it.
comments. Yeah, I'm reading the comments. Phenomenal Mexican. Okay.
We didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would. The only person that I've heard call out Devin Haney is Frank Martin and Esau Cruz.
that's it. Those
That's
are the
it.
only two. Those are the only two. And even Loma only says he wants the belts. He still ain't declared that he wants to fight Devin Haney for the belts. He just says he wants the belts. So yeah, that to me that speaks volumes. But friend, that's not true. That is so inaccurate. I take that back because Frank did, Esau Cruz did, and actually Tank Davis did. He did say it before Devin's fight. But after Devin won, like he said, if you win this fight, then me and you gonna fight next. I want to fight you next. He hasn't whispered, he hasn't uttered, he hasn't said anything remotely close to that again. And this is after the man has all the belts. So you got so upset about a comment he made that you popped off and said you wanted to fight him. But after he won that fight, you've not said a word about it since. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's like he doesn't know who Devin Haney is. Like, why I gotta fight him?
All of a sudden, them belts don't matter. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you. Here's the thing, okay? Devin and Tank ain't never gonna fight. You want to know why? Because Tank ain't gonna allow it. Why would you go fight Devin and you can fight Esau Cruz and make the same amount of money? That's why Tank keep fighting in Atlanta. All the rappers is there. They there for entertainment. They're not there for the actual cause and the shit we would be there for. They there to be entertained, and he's an entertainer. Right. He's giving people what he want to see. I can go knock out whoever, make down the same amount of bag that I'm gonna make with Devin. Anybody, Ryan Garcia, anybody, because you the A side. You know, Floyd is giving him the A side blues. You the A side. Even in this fight with Devin, you the A side.
I just don't like it. I don't like nothing about it, and nothing about this says say you're a boss. None of those movements say I believe in my skills. None of those movements, none of those actions say I'm the best in the division. And I'm going to show you I'm the best in the division. None of that says that. What it says to me is y'all like me. What it says is y'all really are obsessed with Floyd. I know this. He knows this. Leonard knows this. So we're going to piggyback my career off of Floyd. I'm good and content and cool with that. That's what it says to me.
Did you see Leonard has popped himself back up?
I did see that. Somebody must have said his name 3 times. Did we say his name 3 times?
We did. Where is Leonard? We said that. Never mind. You know, they try to act like they ain't watching.
Yeah.
They do try to act like they not watching. It's funny.
I know you're watching. VJ Harris is back and he says, give it up. Tank and Devin ain't fighting. Money, 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 money. And I believe you're right. Nobody wants to potentially get beat up after saying that they are the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody wants to, get outclassed and outboxed and, potentially lose in front of people.
All these people that was at this fight tonight.
Wasn't it star-studded?
It was. Did you see motherfucking Sugar?
In that see-through garb, looked like something that I would wear to bed if I was trying to be sexy. And yeah.
I said, Sugar, not you in your Fenty lingerie. You know, we are endorsed by Fenty. We might as well, as much as we talk about Fenty on this show. Riri, we here. We got your men wearing Fenty out here. Sugar was out in his Fenty. He had used the good cocoa butter, the expensive shit, before he left the house.
Girl, he had his milk out. All his milk was out. I said, Sean, is that skin that I
sugar scrub before he left the house. He made sure that skin was glistening before he put that shirt on. He oiled his body wet. So when it dried up, the oil would be sitting on top of his skin.
I said, Shane, where you going after this? What you doing after this? What kind of get up is this that you have on, Shane?
It was lingerie.
Where we going after the fight? That's what I want to know. He had on his diamond encrusted Chloe. You know, he was just really doing something out at the fight. This good son.
You know, when men start dressing like that, they be single after they've been in a relationship for a really, really, really long time. I gotta see if I still got it. And this is what these young niggas is wearing. He let one of his sons take him shopping. Daddy, get this one. You look good in this one.
Is that really what they wearing? Mm-hmm. I would have loved to see in the bottom half. Like, did he have on skinny jeans? Okay, let me.
I'm more than sure he had on skinny jeans and some big ass fucking some tennis shoes.
That was awful. I was like, that is so age inappropriate, Shane.
Well, he was just dressed at the damn what is that? Where Bud had his hands casted. The Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Just at the Hall of Fame in a granny sweater. The one I wear in my office when I get cold.
He confused.
That's what I wear in my office when I'm cold, friend.
He must be going through like a midlife crisis kind of thing. He can't quite figure out the wardrobe just yet. So I'm gonna let him make it. But Shane, I don't want to see you out with your milk
he
out.
Looked like he's smack after he say his words. Girl.
He looked like he was about to go to La Bear and go to work. I was like, Shane, don't do that no more.
Mm-hmm. He was acting like Jalen Ramsey out there. You know, Jalen Ramsey, he get the
phenomenal Mexican. Phenomenal Mexican says Tank versus the English language for his trinket belt. Boy, phenomenal Mexican. If you don't knock it off, oh Lord. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Shame in the wardrobe. Larry B, thank you for coming through. He said it has to make sense. The line with boxers today. That's exactly. That's the line that gets everybody out of the fights that the fans really want to see. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. Well, who has it got to make sense to? Because it's not making sense to the fans. We're not understanding.
They money. If the money is that's what sense is. That's what I figured out. Sense is money. They mean sense and sense is the same thing.
I guess so, because it is not making sense, mental sense to me. This should not be hard. It should not be difficult. But, you know, what do I know? What do I know? Leonard tells us every day we don't know shit. We don't know nothing. We don't know.
Take a star.
Okay. So, friend, what do you think? I know where I want to see Luis Ortiz go. I want to see him go into retirement. But what do you think? Where do you think Andy Ruiz goes from here? Because this was not
Deontay Wilder. It was a reason he was at that fight. For that, I know he was there to support Luis. That's his guy. But it's been past time for Andy versus Wilder. I still want to see it. There's still a whole bunch of fights I want to see. I want to see Andy against PlayStation Jared. It's time for PlayStation Jared to start fighting some people. The heavyweight department ain't very thick. They some thick men, but they ain't. The department ain't thick.
It's not deep. No, it's not.
It's time for y'all to start fighting each other.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. So you think if Wilder is victorious against Hellenius, that the next fight up is him and Andy Ruiz? That's going to be very interesting. And the reason why I say it's interesting is because Ruiz has very fast hands. And that could be problematic for Wilder. That can be very problematic for him. And at the same token, you know, Wilder has what Wilder has. And if it's connected, then that's all she wrote. Luis is Ruiz is a small. I mean, he big and bad built, but he's a small heavyweight. So he here lately, he's been getting caught, and he's been getting, you know, I won't say hurt, but buzzed. If he get caught by Wilder, that's it. That's it, and that's all. So that's going to be an interesting fight if he gets past Helenius. And I am not just, you know, gonna pencil in that he gets past Helenius. We haven't seen him in a while. Last time we saw him, it was a fight, a dog fight. It was a hell of a fight, and he took some punishment. So I would have liked to see him take a lighter touch in his first fight back, but he said, fuck it. If I'm fighting, I'm fighting. So that fight is going to be interesting in October. But we shall see. If all things go according to plan, we should be looking at Wilder and Ortiz at the beginning of next year, you think? Midway next year?
It should be, because some other fights ain't getting made. They might as well make some other fights. Because we waiting for forever for one fight and it ain't getting made.
Well, okay then. Hey, Sheena girl, how you doing? Okay, so friend, is there anything else you wanna say to the people?
Friend, this was a good coverage and fast. Covered a whole lot of stuff. We thank y'all for coming in here all late and hanging out with us at midnight, because, you know, we normally don't come on here that late, but we don't do no after fight shows. But we thought we was going to have an announcement tonight because they playing with our emotions and our feelings. So I was pretty sure, because my little sources was like, y'all need to be tuned in tonight, because tonight is the night. And tonight was not. So, you know, just keep your head up and all that stuff. Maybe it's coming, maybe it's not, because I told y'all it wasn't going to happen anyway, because Bo-Mac need more money. I'm done taking my aggressions out on Bud. My aggressions with Bud is done. I'm on Bud's team now. Bo-Mac finna get that smoke Bud get. Because I feel like he's making a good, hefty decision in this whole thing. And he keep talking. I'm going to keep asking some really, really strange questions that people ain't answering. So, Bo-Mac, like, what's the hold up? Not Budrick, since Bo-Mac's doing all the damn talking.
Right. He's the manager.
Bo-Mac, what's the deal? Is the money not moving fast enough for Spence to? Because I know the money's there. The tickets are already selling out. There's no flights for November the 19th. I know that's around the holidays. But there's no flights from November the 5th to November the 19th. I went and looked. People are set on none. I remember the original date that I told you was a single digit date in November. There's no flights that weekend either. I went and looked. So, I don't know. But at any rate, we are so happy and glad that y'all are here to come hang out with us. It was packed in here tonight. We normally have a stacked house, but it's a little bit different. So thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the content while y'all were here. You know, we be tired, but we come in here to entertain. That's what we here for. So, see, you know what? Budrick, I knew you was going to come in here last minute. I'm finna go to sleep. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with you, Budrick. But what I'm going to tell you tonight, sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract. That's what we need. That's what we need. Sign the contract, big boy. But thank y'all for coming through. We will see y'all again on Friday and then again on Sunday on somebody's channel. We might be with Black. We might be over here. Either or, we'll be there. So just make sure you have your notifications on. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Enjoy the 3-day weekend, y'all. I know if I'm off on Monday, everybody should be off. Enjoy the 3-day weekend, and thank y'all so much for coming through. We have a really good big, huge fight coming up this weekend with the ladies. The ladies will be representing. We got Clarissa Shields and Marshmallow. What is her name?
Did you have
Marshall?
to Savannah? Wait, I know we finna go. Did you see in the presser with Clarissa?
No.
That motherfucker is shook. When I tell you, friend.
What she say, girl?
She couldn't say shit. Clarissa was just pressing in her ass. They asked the question, do you think that she's angry about the defeat in the amateurs? And Savannah just sat there with them fucking eyes. Of course, like, mad over the amateurs? She ain't nothing compared to me. I said, get my business. Baby, I was in there hollering. Clarissa finna go to war. I don't know what that trainer man of hers got her doing, but baby, listen, her man got her on a plan to righteousness. Amen. All praise to Allah. That's what's going down. That's what's going down next weekend. A whole lot of violence and praises to Allah. So we gonna be in there. I hope y'all gonna be in there. We might have to do an after fight after that, friend. You know that's 2 big fights on the card.
Man, listen, 2 huge fights. 2 huge fights because Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner gonna get the party started. Okay, they gonna get the party started. In my mind, that's the best fight of the night. That's the most equally yoked card fight on the card. I think Clarissa is gonna box Savannah's ears together, and it won't be much resistance. I mean, she's gonna try really, really hard, but I just don't think she has much for Clarissa. But baby, Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer, that's gonna be the fight of the night in my mind. And I do not think it is going to the cards. I do not think it's going the distance. Somebody get knocked out.
Somebody is getting knocked out. And I hadn't seen much from Alicia, but you know, I've been trying to keep up with Michaela. Big Michaela on her best shit. I haven't seen Michaela like this since the beginning of her career when she was just running through bitches like she hungry for this shit. I don't know what kind of real beef they got. This finna be a bitch fight. No shit.
I mean, I feel like it's finna be, we gonna have a world star moment. World star, I feel like that's what's going down in London. That's what I feel like. Jay Good, you ain't got no sense. Not Sebastian Marshall. Y'all cut up so bad in these comments. Ooh, y'all cut up so bad in these comments. Miami Snoopy, he says 'twas a Junebug free night.
It's cool, Miami Snoopy. The Texas weather has changed. They brought a little moisture in. It's very nice and positive outside. And cut this motherfucker off, because I'm finna go beat this nigga up. You finna get beat.
VJ, why you in here starting mess?
That's all.
Why?
It's literally been all day long. This is what he do all day long.
VJ, I can't believe you in here cutting up like this.
Bruh.
Do you really believe this? Or are you just messing?
He will call in the middle of the day and be like, Devin going to fucking sleep, and hang up. Like, why the fuck would you say this in the middle of the day? Like, why? What possessed you? All praise to Allah. I'm finna beat him. All praise to Allah. Woo! No children. Devin going to sleep. Click. Hello? What's
I see right now. He likes to start a mess. He likes to. And speaking of Devin, young Devin colored his hair. Young Devin is a redhead. He's looking like Canelo in these streets. Okay, gonna go. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. We shall see y'all on next Friday, because we will definitely be talking about the women's weigh-in for the humongous fight next week. Okay. And like Fran said, we'll definitely see y'all on Sunday, whether it's on the fight party on Trill or we back over here on our channel, Queens of the Ring. We're gonna have the commentary for Saturday's huge event. So again, thank y'all so much for coming through. We will see y'all later. Enjoy the short week and have a good time and be kind to each other. What y'all grilling tomorrow? Let me know in the comments. Okay. See y'all later. Bye.